Welcome everybody. Today there's another cooking demonstration here at in Hudson's. Dino is going to be making a little comfort food for us today. Show you how we make shepherd's pie. Actually, we're making cottage pie today because we're not using lamb. We're using hamburger. So Dino's going to walk you through the process. Hopefully you can make it at home and get a little comfort at home. Dino Cruz, Executive Chef.
All right, welcome everyone. Again, like Doug was saying, we're gonna make a version of shepherd's pie. Technically, if we were to do shepherd's pie, it will be ground lamb, but since we are using ground beef, now we're gonna call it cottage pie. I started with the potatoes. We have some, I did about 1.5 pounds of potatoes cut into about 3-inch squares. I'm gonna show you guys real quick here. It's been boiling for about 20 minutes now, so it's almost there. You don't want it to get smaller than that because then it gets a little bit waterlogged. So I just peeled some potatoes, put it in water, boiling it for about 20 minutes at this point. As you just saw when I picked up the potato, it kind of fell apart. So it's really almost there. We just want to keep it a little simmer while we are getting our other stuff together. And then for the potatoes as well, I have about 2 ounces of butter and about a quarter cup of half and half, a little salt and a little pepper. So that's going to be all for the potatoes. And then the last thing for the potatoes is oh, I'm sorry, that's the wrong one. Last thing for the potatoes is the egg yolk that we're going to add all in there. Okay, so we have this set aside right here, kind of slow simmering. It's been simmering for about 20 minutes. So it is almost ready. The cream is hot and ready to go. So we have our pan here, and I also have the oven on. I have the oven on 400 degrees on convection bake. 400 degrees is when we're gonna put our pie in there with the potato crust. So make sure you have your oven preheated and your potatoes are at least halfway cooked, and then we can get going. So I have a small pan here, turn on medium. We have 1 pound of ground beef. We have probably about 1 ounce of fresh thyme, about an onion here, 2 or 3 large cloves of garlic, a few carrots. Then we have green peas, some white corn, a little bit of chicken stock, a little Worcestershire, tomato paste, a little bit of flour, and we have a little bit of oil in case we're gonna need it. And then we have salt and pepper, and I always use fresh ground black pepper. So now we have our pan on. We are gonna go slide our ground beef in there. Let's get it all in there. Just gonna kind of mash it up a little bit. Now, it depends whether you like the beef all ground up or you kind of want like little chunks of meat in there, kind of like little mini meatballs if you want to call them that. That's also another way to do it, but I kind of want to make sure it's really cooked thoroughly there. So it's starting to make a sizzling noise. So that means I turn it up a little bit just to kind of get the process going. And then we're going to add a little bit of kosher salt, fresh ground black pepper in there. Okay, make it nice and peppery. While we are sauteing the beef, I'm going to go ahead and mince the onions and our carrots. I don't want my spatula in there. Just get a little bit hot. I'll take that off. So we have our onion, cut it in half. Usually I'll just slice lengthwise, still maintaining the edge, holding it all together. And then I slice it this way. And then we can just chop it like that. And it's a really quick mince. So we're looking for a mince. So not quite large dices. Alright, so we have that in there. finish around. I'm gonna go drain a little bit of the fat right now from our hamburger. So this is a 80-20 hamburger as far as 20% fat. Now we're going to turn it down and just kind of slowly saute it with our onions. Onion there. So we can do our carrots real quick. We'll probably only need 2 of these. A little extra just in case, you know, it's just snack on it. So the carrots, same kind of process. We're going to slice them first. And then we're going to julienne them after we slice them. We want to make sure they're not too big so that way it's not going to be crunchy. We want them to be cooked all the way. Yeah, so technically they should be about the same size as the onion. Quick little mince there. Alright, I'm going to throw the carrots in there as well at this point in time. So now we have the carrots, the onions, and the beef. We have the garlic to go in there. Best way to peel the garlic when it's shell on is to just smash it. And it should just pop right out. For the most part anyway. Alright, so there's our garlic. About a tablespoon is going to be good. If you didn't quite get it smashed all the way, you can still do it a little bit more. Then we're gonna go chop this one as well. Kind of do a mince again. Alright. I think I need another. I'm gonna go ahead and do this other clove that I have here. I'm gonna be able to taste the garlic. Okay. Alright, now we have our garlic going in. Okay, let's see here. Alright, now we have our carrots, onions, and our garlic with our beef. And we're going to just kind of work on browning this and softening and maybe lightly caramelizing our onions and carrots. Well, again, we're still waiting for our hamburger mix to cook and brown up. We are going to do our thyme first time. Just kind of strip it down, leave the stems. Usually I'll just take my finger, start at the top, drag it down. There you go. And we're looking probably about a couple of teaspoons, maybe a tablespoon, kind of a little bit on the heavy side there. I wouldn't go more than a tablespoon. After it's chopped, that's the best way to measure how much you're going to need. So you kind of have to just estimate a little bit. That one looks like it'll be about a tablespoon there. Let's just finish it off. Okay. We have our thyme here, and then now we're going to chop it up. Now you can also use dried thyme. If you're going to use dried thyme, you definitely want to use about 3 times less. So if you're going to use a tablespoon of fresh thyme, you probably only want to use a teaspoon of dried thyme. maybe even a little bit less than a teaspoon. Dried herbs, in my opinion, it's about 3 times stronger than fresh. All right, so we have our thymes going in now. At this point in time, it's always kind of good to do another round of seasoning here. Just a little bit of salt, a little pepper. Just because we're introducing other ingredients to our dish, so we want to make sure we maintain that level of seasoning. Because as we add ingredients, it will dilute our seasoning and therefore maybe not be as tasty. Alright, so we're kind of getting our veggies softened up here pretty nice. Okay, check our potatoes. And again, I'm going to set our cream aside. Get there. The handle is getting a little warm, so I do have a dry towel there. Now I drained most of the grease out already, but if you feel like you got to drain it a little bit more, now is a good time to do it. It looks like we got pretty much most of it. We do need a little bit of it in there to be able to saute the veggies. So as you can see, it's just a little bit left in there. We don't want it to be too greasy, so just keep that in mind. You can also use leaner beef. You can use 91. We'll have 9% fat. That's actually what I use, but in the restaurant we have 80-20. So that's what I'm going to use for this demonstration. Just sauteing it up real nice. It should smell like fresh thyme, garlic, onions in there. Our next ingredient that's going to go in is the tomato paste. So we have that ready to go. We are not going to be needing the oil. I just had just in case, but we're not going to need it. So we're done with all these. Alright, now it's starting to get louder with the sizzling, which usually means that it's drying up, running out of moisture, which is what we're looking for. Let's check our potatoes again real quick. Definitely ready, so I'm going to turn our potatoes off, just let it sit there. Again, our oven is preheated already, 400 degrees. The sizzling is getting a little louder, starting to dry out. So that's when we're going to introduce more liquids to it, that way we don't burn it. Okay, I think we're there. As far as the color we're looking for, we're going to add our 1.5 tablespoons of tomato paste. Stir that around. This handle's pretty warm here. Just going to incorporate our tomato paste thoroughly with the meat mixture. It's making a really nice sound right now, just nice sizzle there. Let's see, then we're gonna add our flour. Again, about a tablespoon and a half. Just to kind of hold the chicken stock and have it be a little bit thick. I'm gonna stir that around as well. Okay, our flour is incorporated into our meat mixture. Keep in mind the bottom of the pan is staying nice and clean, not really burning. So make sure you're controlling the temperature on your stove top there. Feels like it's getting too hot, then you just turn it down. All right, now we have our tomato paste and our flour in there. We're gonna add our chicken stock. This is about a half cup of chicken stock. Okay. We're gonna add our corn, peas. Okay. About a half cup of each. And last will be our Worcestershire. Just a little bit of, about a couple of teaspoons of Worcestershire there. So now we're going to kind of turn it down low, just to kind of lightly simmer it and get all the flavors to incorporate. So we have our pretty much everything that we're going to need. As you can see, it's not really runny. It's not like a soup or anything. More like a stew. So, if it's a little bit thicker, a little bit too thick for your liking, you can always add a little bit more stock. So I'm gonna go ahead and add another ounce of stock. So about 5 ounces of chicken stock is what we ended up using. Just because I want it a little bit saucy. So we have that on low at this point. And we're going to work our potatoes. I'm going to drain our potatoes. But like we really want to drain it as best as you can, because you don't want to waterlog our potatoes. Alright, so bring it back, drain it, put it back in the same pot that we boiled it in. We're going to add our butter and half mix. We're going to mash it out. If you don't have a masher, you can use a whisk. This is what I'm using right now. And really just kind of whisk it in there. But at this point, I'm going to add a little bit more salt and pepper again. Fresh ground black pepper is the way to go. Or you can use white pepper for this. If you want to do technical, you want to see those black dots of black pepper there. And then last thing we're going to use is the egg yolk. Get it right in there. So it'll give our egg a little bit of, or our potato mix a little bit of a yellow tint. And that'll help brown. So what the egg will do for our potatoes is, usually when you heat up mashed potatoes, it kind of gets flat on you. So we're trying to, the egg is going to aerate our potato to where it'll kind of fluff up instead of flattening out. So you can use just normal mashed potato without adding the egg, in case there's an egg allergy. So it doesn't have to have the egg, but it does create a nicer crust when you bake it. Alright, there's our potato mixture. And then our meat mixture's been simmering for a few minutes here. We're pretty much ready to go. We're gonna separate it out into 2 little dishes. Okay. Line it out a little bit there. So really it's a nice healthy serving for 2 people. So we have our meat mixture, we're going to put our potatoes on top, or just a clump. It's kind of nice to have it overflowing the top a little bit there. So you can completely cover the meat mixture if you'd like, or you can kind of leave a little bit showing. Really up to you, as long as you have enough potato in there to cover it, generally cover it. I usually like a nice, probably about a 1/2 inch layer of potato on top. So that looks good. And a little bit more for this guy. Because really you want to have, it's really a potato crust, kind of giving it that pie look. But instead of pie crust, we're using mashed potato crust. Right there. Okay, we have a little excess potato enough for probably 1 more serving. So you can technically could have split it into 3 smaller portions. We're going in the oven. Probably about, let's check it in 10 minutes. Oh, never mind, you know what? We forgot to do one thing real quick that is actually crucial. Again, as long as there's no egg allergy, we are going to do a little bit of egg wash, which is a little bit of egg mixed with water. We're gonna brush it on the top there, just to kind of, it'll help it brown and also give us a nice fluffy crust. We don't want our crust to be like a brick. We want it to be more like a pie crust. Okay, so now we're going in. About 10 minutes, 400 degrees. Oven's been preheated, and we are going to wait about 10 minutes. Give it about, I would say 7 minutes. We're going to check it. At this point, let's see here. All right. There we are. Sharp as pie. Ready to go. The end.